Morning! It's Friday, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. The sky is so blue and it's a beautiful day. I spent yesterday in a state of flux, a state of panic, and I spent all night thinking, and I've woken up this morning with the conclusion that what is happening to me is just a spiritual awakening of what sort. It's a personal thing for everyone, is what I'm starting to really see and feel. But I knew this before I started delving into all this extra stuff a few weeks ago, and that's what made me do the video in the first place. The fact that I felt I'd understood my soul and I'd regained my sovereignty, and a whole lot of information and broader horizons and greater states of consciousness because of acknowledgement of self and soul and ego and the whole works. And because through doing that, or through that, I'm still going through it, but still from doing that, because in the 3D world there's actual changes and there's actual interactions that affect your decisions. I've just allowed myself to forget that knowing that I had even in the first place, and I've allowed myself to be sucked up in other people's beliefs, ideologies, musings, and I've not been able to deflect it away like I could ordinarily do silently before this whole YouTube fuckery a couple of weeks ago. And I'm really glad that what's happened is that it's forced me to do so many different things, like gracefully end a relationship that's not serving anyone, and to start being creative again and true to myself and stronger and more like a warrior that I've always known I am. I allowed myself to open up to darkness from others, and that's what I've done my whole life, and that's what we all do our whole lives. And so, yeah, I've had a really funny last few days, but I've woken up today and I feel like I've got to remember that I am in charge of my universe, and I always have been, and I can have my own wild or not wild theory about anything. And I really try not to push my beliefs on others. People think I do, but it's just because I like expressing. But I don't know if I know what I'll ever think about anything, but I know that I'm in control of my decisions, what comes in and out of my body and my mind in terms of energy or information. Whoa. Massive birds flying around in the tree. And stuff like that when you're in a state of fear and you're all fizzy. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, can I flip that round? Just some two massive birds. Don't know, they're not crows because they're black with white bits on, whatever they are. Yeah, so when you're feeling good, you notice the birds, the bees, the butterflies. You don't notice the chemtrails, you don't think about aliens, you don't think about Nibiru, you don't think about the world ending. You think about the world starting and to continue to create. And I've always been fearless in my soul. I've always been. We all are, aren't we? We all know what we're worth inside. And so it's just coming back now. I've got to remember to breathe, listen to music, not let other people influence me. I just wanted to say as well, I really appreciate all the interaction in the comments, because it's great, because I've not spoken to anyone before for ages. It's just, I'm not sure if I can accept facts from other people yet. Or ever, in fact, you know. I think everyone's got to come to their own conclusions, and so I appreciate the links and the heads up and stuff like that. But I just wanted to say, if I don't get back to anybody, or if I seem shady in terms of not wanting to contact people or emails and stuff, it's because I just need to focus on myself. I need to come to my own conclusion, because my soul knows something's going on, and I've just got to get through it on my own. Whatever it is, I can't alone stop it. All I can do is my part of shining my light from where I am, and to let that shine on others around me. I don't have to feel the intensity or the pressure to battle with anything anymore. My dreams have been like battles for a few weeks, and I'm hoping that tonight and today is going to be a different story. Because I'll always fight for what's right, and I always have done, and I completely buy into hyperdimensionality, whatever that is. I'm in altered states sometimes, and I connect with my higher self, and I see things, I hear things, I know things, and I also know that most people think that's fucking crazy. I know I swear too much as well, and that's off-putting, but I've just got to deal with it now, like, so. Yeah, I'm going to carry on doing my videos. There's no clear topic, there's no agenda from me, there's nothing from me. I'm not trying to teach, I'm trying to journal and document my own journey, and I appreciate the support. It's amazing. I feel I've got some connections and friends for life in the making, and it's just so soothing to feel, to understand, and to see that there's so many of us going through this, so it makes you feel less alone. But yeah, I'm just gonna focus on being, and what snapped me out of it last night was Alan Watts' guided meditation. It's the absolute bomb. Everybody always talks about this. And it works, and I first got into it when I was pregnant, and I was trying hypnobirthing, and that's really when, actually, yeah, because that was before psychedelics, so it was meditation, I guess, and hypnosis or self-hypnosis, hypnobirthing techniques that first opened me up to my higher self again. I was at a stressful point in my life, obviously. Not obviously, some people flourish in pregnancy, but my guilt, shame and programming didn't allow me to enjoy my pregnancy at all. But I thought, I'm going to have the birth that I want. And by the way, I'm sure anybody who's had kids will feel this as well, but giving birth is a moment of connecting to source. I was in a massive, strange spiritual altered state at one moment when I was in the birthing pool. It was the strangest thing ever. And I've also feel like I've experienced during states before, reliving the birthing process as a soul or fetus. So I'll take that, take that how you will. I feel it. I feel it's all exploration of your own mind, body and soul, and everybody's are always going to be different, and so we've just got to respect each other. I'm not going to get too deep into anything anymore. I'm not looking on, I'll have a dip in because I'm nosy, but I'm not looking at anything fear-based anymore. I've found a certain few people that really seem to give the advice that I crave, and I'm just going to carry on journaling myself for my future self to look back at, and for anybody else that's going through the same thing to just not feel so weird. So anyway, I'll leave it for now. Oh, birds everywhere, look. Aww. Can you see them? I don't know if you can see them or not. But anyway, yeah, amazing. I went to view a little house yesterday, and it's about half the size of the one that I'm in now, but it feels so lovely. Finances are not showing up for me at the minute, but hopefully they're on the way, and there's faith all round. So It's amazing. It's amazing. What I acknowledged as well was that somebody commented, I think it was Lady Grey, and I've been listening to a few of her speaks as well, and I love every one of your channels, everybody. I've had a look, and whoever's expressing, I'm resonating with, because it's the act of expressing. It's not necessarily the view or the intellect or the smugness or I've been there, done that of anything. It's an individual journey. I really love listening to people's stuff when it's wisdom and heart-based, and I love it. And there's not as much of that stuff as we should have at the minute. So I'm going to try and do cheerful, uplifting messages, because hopefully I'll be able to manifest a cheerful, uplifted new version of myself, and to stop being so fearful and actually put it into practice. It's all right feeling it one moment, but then waking up like a quivering wreck again. And so I'm going to try my best from this moment on, 11 a.m. on Friday the 22nd of June, to keep this feeling of victory going. Yay. Bye.